revolutionary rise that's happening at this time. Spirit said to share. And this is me. I was looking at myself like this before any recorded. I was like, I don't like this angle, Spirit. I don't want to. But guess what? When I know better, I gotta do better. I ain't all about that. So whether I like this angle or not, this lighting or whatever, I'm always cute. I'm always in my alchemy, in my alignment, protected, divinely led, and divinely guided. You see, that be me. That be the swag kind of life of this Empress mystic, shining bright. And so that's it. You see? And that's not easy, because I don't like this angle. So, welcome. Speaking about angles, woo! Talk about the shadow life side of life that's coming into light, bright light, bright mother budging light, bright light, bright mother budging light. It's that shadow side of the element of anything and everything that's gonna be drudged up, brought up, sung up, dug up, brought out, splat out, punched out, smacked out, whatever, right? Whatever gets that thing out of the shadows. Whatever gets that thing that's laying dormant, inactive, not activated, not acknowledged, not whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's what's motherfucking being brought into awareness, right? So it's like, so you thought you could hide? No, darling. Welcome to all sides of life. So the angle might not be so bright, but we are to illuminate that bright light seed of a breed, of a mastery, of alchemy. That is you, that is me, okay, up in here. And so we gotta look at it very motherfucking clear. How's that for dramatics? All because I don't like this angle, yo. So it's not about not being dramatic, but it's about the reactive, right? So somebody might take you off your natural alchemy that you've worked so hard on, you know what I mean, by bringing out a point of alignment you see that would be falsified, proof of proving something. I don't know, I'm just babbling, but you know, that's my channeling, right? So it's like someone calling you out because you trying to do the right thing, and the way that you're doing the right thing is in perceived, it could be perceived like harsher tone. It's like, you know, I go into the tarot, like, you know, in my mind I see that Queen of Swords energy at this time. It's like, I will cut you if you think you're gonna come step in my motherfucking face and think that you're gonna insult and add to injury or your blasphemous ways. You better back up. You know what I'm saying? Don't aggravate the peace. You know what I mean? Right? So it's just like, hold up. Alright. So I'm tough. You think that's rough? So you think you could be McGruff and tell me that I'm in the wrong, you see, about the element of breed of perceive you receive because you created this thing? The participation part of you see, that is now activated wise, right? Of course mofos gonna come around and try to kick you out of your motherfucking line and be like, well, you think you all high mighty with yourself, right? And then it's just like, all right. And maybe this got nothing to do with nobody. Maybe this got to do with yourself, like the angles you see in your arguments with spirit. All right, spirit, I hear you. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna record. I don't care about it like this. I know. I'm gonna love me from all angles, and I'm just gonna allow the expression to be what it needs to be at whatever side or per side, because this is my whole alchemy being alchemized, activated at this motherfucking time, doing what it is that I need to do. No more excuses. You know what I'm saying too? That kind of energy. And it's coming up from the shadows that bellow, right? And it's just like I know what I'm saying, but this is for lots of folks. Ooh. So yeah, the energetics be on some theatricals, dramaticals, because there's motherfudging things coming up from the shadow elements that must be motherfudging addressed. And it's gonna be the things that you have suppressed, the things that you don't like to deal with, that it's the most uncomfortable at best. That's why it's been so long oppressed, right? Suppressed, oppressed, long forgotten about too, certain kind of things too. It's just like that solidifying of the certain kind of mindsets, the blockages that you can have about certain creations and narratives. It's just like, if you are religious in any kind of element, no offense to you, and please do not just consider this a trigger for you to go dive deep into the meditative part of you that believes in all these stories. Although I'm not saying that there's nothing that's not true about the things that you want to perceive, receive, or relate, or find resonance in, and take residence in, right? But it's like finding out that something was completely made up, like having the hardcore, like, it's just made up. Like, there's no refuting it, whatever it is that it is, like, it's hard to conceive, right? Like, just the reality of certain kind of things. But like the rigid mind of that blockage of the belief that you've created inside, right? So it's being challenged at this time, right? So it could be like even just a lifestyle, it could be a certain kind of belief system, it could be a certain kind of reality that you like. I'm like that saying that I would never, you would never, oh, you better do something because that's a shadow element of something that's coming up that is about a never. Or maybe it's a never of a weather of others outside of you saying you better never. You better not bring no this into this household. You better not, you know, whatever it is. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be so. When we say shadow, it doesn't have to be, ooh, you know, all spiritual and mystic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be just some realistic kind of 3D stuff. But if you tuning in with me, you deep as the motherfucker see, because we are the sea and we know this goes multi-dimensionally deep, and that's not what I mean superficially. But if you want it to be superficial, well, okay. I can use it for an example to give. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I woke up very motherfucking hyper today. It's like crack and coke mixed with some dope, and it's just giving hope. Oh my, oh. Yeah, it's not what I love what you want. Oh, a hawk, another motherfucking hawk. Let me see if you can see it if I do it upside down. Do you see the hawk? I don't know. What do you see? Ooh, the hawk. I don't know if you were able to see that, but you know what I'm saying. Because we high vibing, operating from our most highest of octaves of multi-dimensional selves that are having to operate on these 3D motherfucking lands, and we are awakened, and we taking that conscious stand to command and demand and co-create, because that is not up for subject of debate. And if you want to go debate, you can go ejaculate somewhere else. And can make everything a musical. Listen, high vibe tribe. You got it? Don't be taking my lines. You know how many, oh my gosh, right? So like, right, oh, it's like being activated. So like, so it's like calling someone out on their bullshit and being called mean because you did. Like these whack ass girls that don't do something, right? Look at, I don't even know where this example's coming from, but oh yes I do. Something where, okay, yeah, ooh, we're traveling through and we're just gonna mix it up with the other few. Okay, and make it another little story too. Alright, so it's like Mean Girls, right? Fake as can be, show no love in any kind of degree, but watch it like a hawk, you know what I'm saying? See everything and then try to be just like you, but meanwhile hate you, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, but they copy you, or they like, you know, whatever, or they use all the energy that they can to have the attention because you take the stand, but they won't ever, like, you know, because of their insecurities, right, ever like say anything to acknowledge you. You see, but that's part of the shadow side element too. Like, you call them out on that soup, like, how dare you, bitch. Right, so it's just about projection and our elevation and our reactives at this moment in time, because there's some shadow elements coming into light, or it's just like you've been raised a certain kind of, you know, religious background in every kind of way, and it's like coming out the closet, I'm a witch, you know, and whatever the case may be, like, you know, I'm just trying to make it as playful as can be, because humor is going to be always another necessary ingredient to add into your elixirs of fixers of life. And if you cannot find anything humorous about anything or make yourself laugh, then come evolve into it coaching with me, because I will help you to get to the humor of many kind of motherfudging things, because it is necessary. Why you think I look so young? Peter Pan syndrome? I'll take that one. Right? I mean, cute as can be, and ancient. I am ancient. But either way, love you. Okay? Namaste.